Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really short video today, just going to show off a couple new pieces of music that I got over the weekend. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first we have the Eagles, Hotel California. Nothing too fancy, just 80s or 90s CD pressing. Just wanted something to have so I could accompany the vinyl. This is a pretty exciting one. Weather Report, heavy weather. It's got Birdland on it. Super cool. A little crack in the jewel case, but for $1, I can't be more happy. Here we have the Chicago soundtrack from the movie soundtrack. I still want to get the original cast recording, but again, for $1, this is a wonderful soundtrack, wonderful movie, wonderful album. I love this. $4, we have the Doors, their self-titled Doors album. $4. Also really happy with this. Crack in the jewel case, but doesn't really matter to me. CD plays fine. And final CD, this is actually a Goodwill find. Owl City, Ocean Eyes. Goodwill, got it for $1. It's all here. CD plays great. So yeah, cannot be more excited to have those CDs. All right, let's get into the heavy hitters, the vinyl now. First one I'd like to show off is actually a flea market find. If you any 80s synth pop fans out there, you'll recognize this album immediately. This is Taco After 8. This is actually a special RCA pressing from Germany. This is a German RCA pressing. It's it's not in the best condition cosmetically. It's got definitely some stickers all over it. Some lucky bastard got it for $1. I ended up paying $10 for this, but considering I've never seen a physical copy before in my hunting, this is just a wonderful album. It's in great condition. It sounds amazing. I'm totally happy to pay the $10 for this album. Next album is, actually, next two albums are actually Goodwill finds. Golden Avatar, A Change of Heart. Now, this is actually a very interesting album for the fact that it's not on Spotify. It seems to be a little bit of an obscure album, by no means valuable, but it's not on Spotify. Only recordings you can find of it are vinyl rips on YouTube, which don't sound too terrible. Might throw my own up someday. Super interesting album. Next vinyl video, next normal one, will be about this album, actually. It's a pretty interesting album. Yeah, really cool find. Got this at Goodwill for $1. Next one is another Goodwill find. This is Gabriel. That's it. It's just Gabriel. Soft rock, kind of Bachman-Turner Overdrive-esque. Kind of Kansas kind of stuff. It's 70s soft rock. It's pretty much all a dime a dozen. But, you know, another one that's a little obscure, not on Spotify. Just kind of something to have. Very, very interesting artwork, to say the least. This is also a promo copy. It doesn't increase its value or anything, but just another something kind of interesting. I've got a number of promo copies. I think my most infamous is my ELO Discovery that has a bunch of notes and stuff taped to the back of it, which is very, very interesting. This actually doesn't have an inner sleeve, so I do need to get one, but yeah, very interesting album. Last one just came today, actually, and this is the first album I've ever ordered off of the internet, and I was very hesitant to do so because I've heard horror stories, but mine turned out fine. So we have Sir Chloe, Party Favors. I'm a little late to getting this album. The album released in 2020, and I got it 3 years later. I believe the vinyl became available a year later in 2021, and yeah, I'm a little late to the game, but I'm glad I finally got it. This only ended up being, I think, 20 bucks, which was really nice. I got it off of Amazon, and yeah, so super, super cool. There's one weird quirk about this album, though, that is not listed anywhere. Super cool, just sleeve and everything. Very stylistic. Gorgeous pink vinyl. I mean, that is quite the looker. It is actually just really cool, the color of this vinyl. Now, the one quirk is that this is actually a 45 RPM master. I put this on immediately after getting it and destatting it. I put it on, and it sounded weird. The same thing happened with my remix, my 2019 remix of Momentary Lapse of Reason. It sounded really weird. It sounded like really slow. So I was like, first for my Momentary Lapse album, I was really confused. And then I realized, oh, it's a 45 because it said it on the sleeve, but I didn't think too much of it. This one, I clicked the 45 button on the Denon and immediately sounded normal. So if you are buying this album, buyer beware. This is a 45 RPM master, so when you put it on, just make sure your turntable is in 45 RPM mode. And it sounds amazing. It sounds really, really good. I really wish that she would release this album on CD. I believe her newest album is on CD, but not this one. But the vinyl is absolutely superb. I don't know if she has a separate mastering for vinyl and digital download and streaming. It kind of sounds like she does, but that might just be my setup sounding a little different. But yeah, awesome vinyl. Really excited to have it. And so yeah, that has been just a little kind of show and tell of some stuff I've gotten recently. New video coming out soon. Had some technical difficulties with like my capture PC and just stuff like that, but it is on the way. So yeah, this has been RMC Music, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out.